Welcome to our neck of the woods, you guys. We did end up going down to the festival yesterday for a few minutes, and we got some footage for you guys. And we thought we'd play some of it today and share our small town ambience with y'all. It's not a whole lot, but you know. All right, give me a minute here, and I will pull this up, show you guys around some stuff. Not a whole bunch of stuff, because there's not a whole bunch of stuff.
Happy early American Days, guys!
We're going to take a little jaunt through town and run over to the bank here, and then we'll head to the festival, because this is a huge place, and you know.
Sorry if it's loud with all the cars.
They'll be okay. Was that motorcycle trying to take up the fairway? Are they doing the poles? Are they doing tractor? Oh, is that the chainsaw? I wonder if they brought that back. They used to have a chainsaw competition, an axe throwing competition. Sometimes, but they changed. Sorry about the semi, guys. Right there's the bank. They changed something. They changed the guy that does the organizing of the festival, and a lot of stuff changed.
This year I don't know who's doing it though, because it's really strange we're having it.
There's the little local dentist right there. There's the back end of the library.
I think somebody took over.
Yeah, do they? Oh, wow. And they've got the American flag and American eagle on it. Woohoo. See, guys, patriotism is not dead in small town America. We're going to show you guys around. Try to be, what do you need? Do you see that purple Jeep over there? I dream of that purple Jeep. I love that purple Jeep. I'm gonna walk over by the Jeep. By Tammy's Jeep. You guys, this Jeep is epic. I'm a Jeep girl. I love Jeeps. I love me a good 4x4. Look at this baby. Look at this beautiful. That's about as girly as I get, but holy mackerel. Now, decked the inside out with some, isn't that thing gorgeous? Oh, gorgeous. Here's the only thing I don't like about it. My one is that round, right? I like the square. Oh, my wee beastie, she don't run no more, but I still got her because I can't get rid of her, and I love her. But my wee beastie, little Wrangler, is a 5-speed stick shift, 4-cylinder. I love it though. I love it. And then I got the square headlights on mine.
And
my Jeep is my youngest son's birth year, and my husband's is my oldest son's birth year, I believe, or 2 years before. I don't know. They're early 90 models. The last of the square headlights and the square fronts. There's the local mechanic right there. That's where that tent's set up. So, see what I mean about a small community? Let them walk up the sidewalk. Bum, 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 bum. Hello. Welcome to Killbuck Dentistry. Killbuck Valley Surplus.
Oh, here we go.
Killbuck Valley Museum.
Yep, Crazy Nate's. There it is.
Boom. The bad boy of barbecue.
Yes.
Right there, let me see. Bum, bum, bum. I painted him a slate with his,
Nate's barbecue.
Say it again.
It's Nate's barbecue with.
All right. So here's our little library, a little quick check store, gas and tires over there on the corner at the Marathon. Those are good folks. There's our VFW. Nate's is parked in front of our thrift store and where our gunsmith used to have his shop. That thing's been a barber shop, an antique store, part of the thrift store.
Yeah,
Part of the
it was
library,
also, hairdressing
a
at one
gunsmith,
point when we first
hair salon. And it's been a couple other things too. It's just one building space that just and right up here on the corner, see that large gray building? It's got red siding on the bottom. That large gray building right there on the corner. That was the original hardware store in this town, and it's not a hardware store anymore, but the theater is right beside it or adjacent to it. I'm gonna hang up after we get our barbecue. Let's line up. All the line's already started for Nate's, and there he is, Nate the man in the red shirt. Dude can barbecue. All right. Yeah, see down there is our little local Marathon. They do tires and brakes, change your oil and whatnot. And then we got a full mechanic up here on this corner. That right there is a cafe, coffee shop type of deal. That used to be where the Vinery resided. It was also where the Surplus resided. We had a hunting store in there. We had the gunsmith was over there originally. And then he came over across the street, and now the whole sickness business has shut him down temporarily. But of course, that doesn't shut down his knowledge or his licenses. So we know good gunsmiths if you guys are ever interested. Oh hey, I'm gonna let you wait in line for a second. I'm gonna go show him my paintings in the quick check and my gorilla. Alright, so let me show you guys a bit of these paintings that I've talked about that I've done. I'm going to take you into the quick check here. Hopefully they ain't making people wear masks. Got some masks. Alright guys, here we go. I painted in here, right? Let's check this out. Sorry guys. Yeah, see that? There's a Sasquatch in them near hills. Alright, so there's the first mural, right? This is the Killbuck Country Market now. It was the Killbuck Quick Check when I painted here. It's been a couple of years now. But I got pictures of me and my wee one doing this mural. Oh, sorry guys. I can't see if you see it. So this is the original flour mill, the historic White Lily flour mill that sat in the parking lot that we pulled into, right? That's exactly where that mill sat. And it had a water wheel that ran and powered it and powered the grindstones. Okay? Can you guys see this? So this is a painting that I did progressively. This is the year that road that we just crossed turned from dirt to paved. That was the year. Let's see here. And this building is historic too, that we're in. It's been a theater, a roller rink. Right there is the post office. This is the storefront of the store that we're in, as it was the day that I painted it. There's a library. So that was 2015. Check it. And then I got one more painting I did in here I'm going to show you. And I worked here too, actually, for a little while. But I'm going to show you guys. Oh man, they got a head shop in here now. Unbelievable. Holy mackerel. Never thought I'd see that in Kobuk, but hey. Alright, so guys, check it. Check out this. I'm going to ask Mike if I can open the back, if he will open the back door for me, so I can show you guys. This is their little bathroom. And we painted it up. Hold on, let me. I see they've scratched up the paint, the local yokels. But there's the. I painted all of it. There's the paper towel, toilet paper. Employees must wash hands when returning from the beach. You got a little bit of ocean. And you sit down in this tiny, tiny, tiny little space with the door closed. Right? That's the door closed. So you're at the beach, and then you open it up, but the outside of the door is outhouse. So that was just my own little flair. I just did that for him and threw it in for free. And Raina was 4, I think, 3 turning 4 that year, and she had painted on the one mural there with me, the historical town painting. Maybe you guys, maybe it looks better from a distance. There it is. And then she had painted with me on that, and then she had also painted with me on. She painted on the door, and they left it because it was all the original owners' names and whatnot. And speaking of, there's my darling. What?
Just coming over to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go show these guys gorilla painting for all their painting needs. Oh, they got tie-dye. Oh, DIY. Oh, nice. We may have to check that out. You're into that, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Next time we can try that.
Okay, so right there, guys. Right there's the road in the painting. Right there it is. There's the post office and the general store. Hey, I love your Jeep, man. She's a pretty one too. That guy's got a good looking Jeep. We're gonna cut over through Tyler's here and look, I can get all them old tires for nothing. Just gotta come down and pick them up. I just gotta have something to pick them up in. And I can have me some old tires. Look at that. There's walls to a house right there. Y'all see that? All right. Oh no, man. The gorilla's been overgrown. We're not going to go too close because you know how Rob is sometimes. He gets a little freaked out a little bit. But can y'all see the... I don't know. She might be working at the pizza parlor today. See that gorilla? You can see him underneath all that ivy. That's my gorilla. Here, let me see if I can zoom in for y'all. Cool. So, yeah, see, everybody runs around town on ATVs, and stay on the sidewalk, please. Yeah, they're coming down the back road because the square is cut down, or shut down. And there, right there's our great VFW, which we love and support.
And we also love to eat there.
All right, crossover.
Crossover?
Are you looking both ways? I know we don't come town that often, but I think you'd remember some of that. Don't worry, I'm only picking on her. She knows it. Roach Run. First stop, VFW. They got Let's see what they charge. Let's see what they. Unless you see one up there that you like already, because I kind of like that purple and turquoise. No? What's it say? Small, medium, or large and extra large. 12 bucks. Oh, see that? 12 bucks. You want to do one? Okay, start thinking about the colors you want. How you going to do it? Oh, Dad's got our food. Hey, yeah, pick out a design. We're going to eat and then we're going to do it.
Okay.
Because we got to do dinner.
Be here for a while.
Awesome.
Okay.
We're going to be doing a large, right? Okay.
Yeah, we still got plenty.
Awesome. All right, we'll be right back after we have dinner. Thank you.
You mean lunch?
I mean, Linner.
Winner.
Hey, turtle. Hey, lady. Hey, we're gonna come back around and see you.
Why didn't you set up?
I didn't know. I didn't know who was in charge this year, and I thought if it was that. Is it? Is he charging booths?
I paid $10.
You think I could talk him into a booth tomorrow? I mean, we got room. I can booth here right beside you. You cool with that? All right. He's the big guy, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll find him. I think I remember. It's been like what, 2 years now? Yeah. Yeah, this is one of our local vendors. Let's say hi.
Hello.
Awesome. All right, well, we're gonna go have dinner. Yeah. And then I'll be back around because. Thank you. She's awesome. The locals, we know all the other people that vend with us that come from this town, and so there's actually a lot of community support in that. And this is about the only time of year we all get together in one spot where we're not driving out of our way. So it makes it nice because the people with disabilities that make stuff at home come out too. So everybody comes out. Let's go up in the square, Dad. There. Well, or somebody up there already. But as you can tell, tons of food vendors. Tons of food vendors. I think it was these guys. I don't remember. It could have been the Italian thing. I don't know. I can't remember. All right, you guys. Let's show them what Nate's barbecue looks like. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. Look at that. My mouth waters for this every year.
And those are some loaded fries.
Check this out, man. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. Yeah, it always comes down to the food, doesn't it? What you feed your body, you feed your soul. All right, we'll see you again here in a little while.
Write your name on it. Did you want your name on there before you did that?
I wanted to do it after so the name shows up.
And, but you have all these colors, Bill.
Raina's making her own tie-dye. Aren't small town festivals fun? The best people. They were getting ready to close up by the time we finished eating. And they kindly agreed to let her do her shirt before they take all the way down their stuff.
Oh. And I'll open all these up for you. You can use anything that's available, okay?
Is it okay that I'm standing back here?
You're fine.
Okay.
Alright. Let's bring this over here. To here, and you can pick your colors out and give it down to me. Okay.
How do we do this?
Well, you gotta be careful. Oh shoot, I'm already messing up. Because we so that the colors will soak in better. Okay. And we're gonna send it home with you in a baggie, and then I'll give your mom all the instructions. All right.
Just breathe. If you huff on them,
Water.
there's something in our saliva that bees don't like the smell of,
Oh, look.
and if you huff on them,
Okay, so you can use, let's see, that's red, and you can go with more colors. We got blue, purple, green, so help yourselves.
and don't be shy. It's your shirt. Do it how you want to.
You can make it any way you want.
Raina's first. Raina loves tie-dye. And we got her a tie-dye kit, and we've yet to be able to get to it. And so this is her actual first tie-dye.
Oh, that's all right, honey. We're getting ready to shut down today anyways. So you can use as much as you want.
So she's, I'm sure loving this. Oh, I love that. That's a pretty turquoise.
It's already looking sharp.
Oh, that's a pretty purple too.
My goal was to try to make it rain.
Well, you know what? You're gonna have a pretty rainbow shirt. So it's all silver down. That's gonna be pretty. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's turning out nice.
Look at that little artiste. Oh, it's gorgeous right now.
It is.
Thank you.
It's very pretty.
I like your use of color, my dear. Oh, I haven't got that. That orange. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tuck it in, turkey basted, huh?
Oh yeah, you're going great. Kind of fun, isn't
This
it?
is going to be so cool.
Have I ever seen that? I don't think I have.
I don't think you use this color blue though.
Oh yeah, I have right here.
Oh, you
Turquoise.
did? Oh.
Well, nothing wrong with another shot of turquoise, right?
Oh, that is gonna be sharp. And now, what you want to do?
I wanted to add
Okay, you want to add glitter to the top? Okay. Here, let me get you a pair of gloves.
He's had a pair of gloves on for.
Oh, you get them on.
Don't worry about it. Be all right. Be okay.
Along with that is
All right.
with those ones you grab in your
Look, they instantly turned you into a cartoon character.
hand.
No, you gotta add the black lines. Then it's a cartoon character.
Oh, I could outline you.
And you can put this on yourself and put it on there. And then you take your bus, rub it around, and squeeze that so the colors get in there. And then we'll flip it over and do the other side. Or you put it right on here. Anywhere you want, all around. Don't be afraid to use it. Make it as glittery as you like.
Man, I wish you were my mom. My mom never says that. All right, you heard what she said about making it, moving it around, right?
And spread it all over. Oh, that's gonna be so sharp.
The colors are blending and it looks beautiful.
It does look beautiful. And then before we put it in the bag, you're gonna wanna
Mush it
scrunch
around
those
some more.
colors together.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna wanna flip it over.
All right.
And then make sure
we got
you
tie-dye
get down inside of it. Let's open this up some and color the inside first, okay?
Wait,
So
do I need to
that,
keep the gloves on
yeah, I'd keep the gloves on. And then you start adding colors inside of here. So you can get down inside of there and get it really pretty and colorful. And just start doing the same thing and making all your colors work. And just have a heyday. Make it look any way you want. Oh yeah. It's like you're cooking in the kitchen, throwing stuff in the pot. Oh, that looks pretty.
it. There are splatters of yellow everywhere.
Oh,
Oh, that's all right. Don't
It's
worry.
okay, you're okay.
Don't. It's okay. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. We got the caps around here somewhere.
Hi.
What you guys doing?
Good.
Just wrapping up the tie-dye making deal.
Pretty stuff.
Pretty good today. Probably around 20 shirts, I guess.
Yeah, well now the hippies are taking over the club now.
That's okay. Remember that
Don't forget this spot. There you go.
That's time the juice will go.
There you go.
Oh, you can.
Wet shirt.
Well, it's going to be wet, honey.
Yeah, and then remember we're going to scrunch that collar in there so that you're going to want to. Man, that side is. Oh my gosh, the other side's beautiful. But you're really doing a heck of a job on this side.
This kid has loved tie-dye since she was born, I think.
You want to put some green over here anywhere? Oh boy.
And next year I might make a red, white, and blue. You know, just
Hey.
have it up. I got that purple in there.
We just got a late start down here today. Yeah, that looks really awesome.
Alright.
All right, are you more orange? Okay.
And I'm done.
Okay, did you want more glitter on this side? Jack, did you put the glitter away?
He said, "Yes, I did. I was putting stuff away." I heard that. I'm just
Don't
picking
worry
on
about
you.
it, sweetie.
I just don't want to
Thank you guys for letting her do this. Appreciate it.
We appreciate
And I need to know how much I owe you too. Are you still putting your name on it afterwards too?
$12.
And were you guys doing this for a fundraiser this year, or was this just
All goes to the auxiliary.
awesome?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
You got enough on
Yeah.
there that you want?
Yep.
Okay,
All
we'll
right,
rub
dude.
that in.
Make the magic.
Yeah, make the magic happen, sweetie. Oh my gosh.
That's good. That's gorgeous. Look at this. Cosmic.
Now roll it back up here and squeeze that together. With
How do we?
just put it
She's
back
got
up together and squeeze that, kind of massage it.
Oh,
so
yes,
that
you
the
got to do the
colors
name
blend.
thing first, right?
And did you want to put some color like right there?
I was planning on putting my name there.
That's where you want your name?
Yeah.
Okay, Jack, I need what? I'll let you pick out your
Well, I think
color.
this was a brilliant auxiliary idea.
You can use whatever one you want, or you can use all of them.
Who-
I don't care.
I didn't see the fellow that runs it, and I'm the one that sets up and paints the slates. I haven't done it in like 2 years, but because everything's changed so much, and
Right.
but I used to set up there on the corner and paint slates every or early American days.
I wasn't sure either, sweetie.
You may have to hold it down, pull the material a wee bit with it. There you go. You're writing it backwards, yeah.
But that's okay,
That's cool.
because it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure anyway.
And actually, by the time shirt comes out, it might be on the right side anyway. So either or, it's gonna look cool. Now, what I am going to recommend for you to do is we're going to put it in this bag.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to want to leave it sit for pretty much overnight. You
Okay.
want to let it sit for at least 6 hours, let the collar set. Then tomorrow, take it out, let it dry, and then take it and put it. You got everything you need?
One more thing.
Okay, go ahead, sweetie. And then tomorrow, take a bucket of water with maybe a quarter cup of vinegar.
Set
and
it.
Set it.
Okay.
And then and before you dry it, just hang it up and let it dry on its own. But then
So dry it before I set it, and then dry it again, or set it and then just
Set it.
pull it out,
Just
set
air
it.
dry, not
yeah, and
air.
when you
Yeah,
put
yeah.
it in water, leave all. Try to leave it the way she actually has it right now,
Right.
and wring it out a little bit, and then
Do I need to put cardboard or plastic or something in between them, since the layers will be different on the front and back?
oh no, because
Okay.
once you set it with the vinegar and water, just let it set or hang it on a hanger and let it completely dry.
Okay.
But then before you wash it with anything else, I'd wash it in the washer on a gentle cycle and slow.
Okay. I can even hand wash it then, for that matter, right?
Yes. Where?
Yeah, they're pythons. They're pretty cool. All right. So
Where?
oh, Raina, my daughter loves them. So you want to tell us what those are?
This is a Pastellanchi ball python, and this is a pinstripe ball python. She's scared.
She's scared, yeah. Aw, don't be scared, sweetheart. You could probably do more damage to us than we could to you.
No, well,
Or that we would.
she's bit me twice actually.
Has she?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's a rescue, so she wasn't really in the best conditions.
Do you do snake rescues?
I tried to do them, but I can't have that many ball pythons when I don't have the tank requirements for them.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so cool. Well, thank you so much for.
I figured I'd bring them up and see if people care if I brought them up or not. I've only had a few people not like them.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, some people don't, and they never
They're
will.
just scared of snakes.
Yeah. They fear what they don't understand. So python ain't gonna kill you. Well, it will when it gets big enough, but that's only if it gets hungry enough.
Well, see, mine ain't gonna get that big. They're just ball pythons.
Yeah, I know.
Mine are females. So.
Do you
I
what?
plan on breeding. I plan on being a local breeder. So.
A local breeder, very good.
And if I be a local breeder, if I get another Pastellanchi, I'll give you one for free. How about that? Yeah, perfect. I plan on getting another Pastellanchi male and breeding these super Pastels.
Awesome.
I can make some money on those.
Are you gonna stand here and talk snakes, or are you coming? All right. Thank you so much for your time. Great. I don't know, but I'm gonna go fix it.
All right.
Hi.
Hey.
Give me a minute.
Hope you enjoyed the vids. Give her a second and studio. 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 What happened?
Okay.
Just kind of slid off.
So, I hope you guys enjoyed going down to the little festival with us. I know we didn't get any of the parade or the band or anything in.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
Hi, how you doing, bud?
a
Nice to see
Burmese.
ya.
I believe it, man. My daughter's very into snakes. There's a lady in Florida that opened a snake rescue like
Yeah.
educational center in it. She wants to go there someday, and which I think that's fine. I'm chickens around the fork again. So anyway, howdy y'all. It is great to have you guys along with us. I tried my best. I'm not the greatest camera person in the world, but we just wanted to share a little bit of our small town with you and just show you some stuff. And oh, right on, artist. We are doing well. And how are y'all doing this fine day? We're just relaxing. That took a lot out of me, even though we weren't down there that long yesterday. I'm paying for it today. So Raina really wants to head back down there today, but I don't know how that'll go. Maybe I'll just have Dad take her down. Yeah. Yeah, Jeff doesn't care for him either. But I think they're pretty cool. I wouldn't have one for a pet because, you know, that's just me. But I had a buddy when I was a teenager who kept a ball python, and he fed them, and I'd go over and help him, and it's pretty cool. So I don't mess with them, but I don't mind them. They're beneficial most of the time. Can't say I like smelling cucumbers where cucumbers don't grow, but other than that, it's all right. Hi everybody. Pappy and Obama and Tracy and Liz and Bonnie and Betty and Maria and Meg and
crew here.
Pappy and I know I missed somebody.
Hello,
Nathan, I think, and Jerry.
All right.
Howdy.
Chicken's taken care of.
Yeah. Thank you.
Free rangers. I tell you.
Dang annoying when they want to come up on the porch because they're just
10
little poop
acres.
machines.
10 acres. Want to be on our front porch.
Awesome. I will let her know. And we'll show you guys the shirt. It's actually setting right now. I've got it in the bucket right now. So,
They're good chickens.
which one, Bonnie? I'm confused. What was I supposed to send that I forgot to send? Hi, Anna. Bonnie, you'll have to remind me or text me or something because apparently, I mean, I've sent out a lot of emails. If you guys aren't getting emails from us back when you email us, let me know because I'm sending them. But, there was like a whole week where they wouldn't allow us to send emails to anybody. I don't know why.
We didn't even load them when we were loading into Google Mail itself.
An
Kept saying the
algorithm
server
thing.
was not being found.
I don't think it's a targeted thing. I do believe that's out there. Woohoo! But I don't think they're targeting us. I mean, I don't know why they'd want to.
I think it's just a server thing. There's,
Oh, here I'll pop that in chat, and I will pop the neck of the woods at gmail.com. All right. And let me pop the link up. But if you guys enjoy that kind of stuff, when we do go out to the, I mean, we don't really actually leave the homestead that often, but when we do go out, I'll start recording while we're out and about and share those stores and the different little things around here with you guys. I don't mind doing
I
that.
mean, we do go get out, but we don't go to box stores. We don't
We don't like
shopping. We don't.
Yeah, we don't run to the
Yeah.
we don't run to town every week or every 2 weeks.
It's out to get the chain sharp. It's out to an Amish place.
You know what? That's a
We
good
go
one.
get
We should
food.
take them to the.
We go out to the Amish place.
We should take them over to Berlin.
Yeah, Berlin would be a nice place.
We should take you to Charm,
Take you to Charm. Take you up to Kine Lumber.
to my absolutely favorite boot store.
One lumber
all
store
time.
every man and woman desires.
Does anybody know anybody that works high in the rankings at Redwood? Because if you know anybody that knows anybody that works high in the rankings at Redwood Boots, they used to make this woman's boot that was phenomenal, and now all their women's boots suck. But they used to make this one, and I repaired a pair for probably a decade or more, and I would just keep taking them to my little Amish boot store over there, and they'd stitch up my leather and polish it out, and they do everything they could for them. And then I broke the soles one day, and that was it. They couldn't fix the soles on them for me because they stopped making that model, and they wouldn't fix it for me anymore. And I was so sad because they were my absolute favorite pair of steel toe boots I ever had.
There you go. Fixed.
What did I do? Mess it up? I probably did. Oh, I messed it up. I sure did. Well, you'll have that some days on Sundays.
Oh, well, it's a Sunday, right?
Yeah, it's a day of rest.
It's a
Don't
day
make
of
me
rest.
work
Don't-
my noggin today, please. I don't want any heavy
Speedo.
thinking today. We should just relax and enjoy the day. Hopefully we've got a week of good weather coming up, and that means we can
Yes.
get some really important
We can get
projects
some
done.
stuff done around here.
So that also
You'll be able to
means
see
that
too.
this week,
We got
maybe-
remodeling we got to get done.
yeah, this week may be a series of us doing the remodel in the bedrooms.
The hardest thing for me is
and,
we don't have a barn or an area that we can
like move everything out
keep
to.
everything move out, or I'm able to cut underneath, but not a lot until we get the one wall put up, couple walls put up, and then it'll be all right to do a bunch of wood, because when it rains here, it doesn't just rain straight down, it rains sideways because we live on a hill, and just the way the air moves around us, it blows up underneath the shed a lot. So if you don't have treated lumber, it's getting wet, and then once it gets wet, normal wood, of course,
And-
rot starts to mold.
Yeah,
we
and when
can't have that start in the house.
Yeah, so we got to do it when the weather permits. Yes, Maria.
But
Yes,
once we
ma'am.
get it in, it'll be all sealed and all done up, and then we don't have to worry about it.
So we may be not exactly on target with our times this week because of that. Because if
But if not,
we're
we
in
might
the,
turn the camera on and just start working.
yeah,
Or
or
watch.
maybe because we plan to do or get a good start in the morning, so we may even record it and then
Yep.
play it for our afternoon
Little
video
bits.
and do like chat afterwards.
Little
If you
parts.
guys are okay with that, just as a means of us sharing what we do without having to break stride, because once you get into a rhythm, right, you get
In the rhythm.
and this we got to get this stuff done. So I love having this 2 hours every afternoon with you folks. I do. I absolutely enjoy it quite a bit. But when it comes down to having to get to it, we got to get to it.
It'll be nice outside. The ground will be all dried up here in about a day or so, because it didn't rain too heavy from all those storms. We did get rain, but we didn't get hammered like they were saying we might get hammered. So that kind of helped out a little bit there. And I also have spraying to do. I've got trimming back to get done again. Yep. Whole bunch
We'll
of stuff to
probably
get
set
ready.
the tent up again and do something fun this week too, because even in the seriousness of it all, we want to keep relaxed minds.
Yep. Got to keep moving forward, getting stuff done.
And then we'll have a place to go sit by a campfire at night and
Yeah, before
relax.
too long, we'll be going down. We'll be collecting cattail reeds.
Yeah, I got to get those
Gotta get-
collected soon.
Yep. So you'll be seeing us doing that. That's fun. Got a drying rack up here for them.
Made out of an old futon frame. Very effective though.
One of the cheap Walmart frames. They work great. Good for you.
Awesome. Congratulations, Ryan.
That's good.
Heck yeah. Illinois. I don't know much about Illinois. I thought that was one of the more industrial states. Yeah. Like Michigan, how it's an industrial state, like steel and cars and Steelers and
Yeah. Yeah, it's gotten a little cooler up here. It's been in the 70s for this time of year early. Normally the first week of September it's still kind of hot. But last 2 weeks it's been cooler. For 2 weeks, that's a big difference in growth.
we had that
and,
Canadian cold front come down
harvesting.
and swoop down.
And whatnot. Yeah, we did. We had all that cold front come down
Yeah.
from the north.
And in
Which is okay,
Ohio,
but
in
I
Ohio,
don't
that
mind it.
means the last day that you're going to get peppers off your plant.
Yeah.
If you haven't covered them and acted accordingly,
it's getting down in
because
the 60s and 50s at night in
Gen-
certain areas.
yeah, a general rule for Ohio is if you're trying to grow green peppers, bell peppers, or any other kind of peppers, it's got to be 50 or higher at night. And when we get those Canadian cold fronts that come down early, like this year, it can ruin a bunch of those crops. So I may take you guys with me tomorrow. I think I've got to go down tomorrow. One of the ladies that I know down in Kilbuck is she's got free produce, come in the backyard and pick your own. Well, she's got habaneros and
all kinds of peppers, I guess.
she likes the spicy peppers.
And she's getting ready to move. So
Yeah, and she's getting ready to move. So she asked if I wanted
Nice-
to come take
nice
those off
lady.
her hand. So I thought I would, and maybe I'll dehydrate them, or maybe I'll give them to my brother-in-law to make into pepper jelly or something. He likes
Depends on
doing
how
that
many
kind of
you get.
stuff.
we might be able to do all of both.
But needless to say, I will have seeds from said peppers,
peppers.
and they are heirloom. So, because she's a good down home person. She's like, I don't have any tomatoes left. I canned up like 30 cases of tomatoes. So she just did that, and then she's going to sell them around before she moves and trade them off with local people. So that's just kind of how it goes down there. And it is a nice feature to have when you have small towns, is that, half those people I haven't seen in,
Almost 2 years
yeah.
since the COVID started.
We
They didn't have the festival last year because of the COVID. And then this year, I asked 3 weeks ago about the festival, and all I got was we haven't heard a thing. And then
You got to be
yesterday
on
morning,
Facebook.
my daughter comes in and talking to my brother, her uncle Scott, and he stated to her that the festival was going on this weekend. So we didn't have a clue that it was going on.
Say hi.
Hi.
You goofball. Yeah, pepper jelly.
Yeah, I love me some.
good stuff.
I have
there.
some. I already have some. It was given to me, and I got it home, and I barely got it through the door, and I was cracking that bad boy open. Yep. Love me some pepper jelly too.
You read the chat?
Blackberry anything. I'm with you. I like blackberry anything too.
Me too.
Yeah, have you checked any of the bigger berry bushes lately?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
You thought raspberry season only lasted that week?
Bonnie asked you a question.
No, it's not hanging yet.
I'm paying attention here.
No.
Bonnie asked if your shirt was hanging.
What do you mean hanging?
If it's hanging, drying.
Oh. No.
Not yet. Maria just said hi. Pam said hi.
She's like, I want to be a part of it without having to do any
I
of the
mean, I have to
reading.
speak to these
Come here.
people,
Come
but I
read
want a
it. Read
YouTube
it.
channel. There you go.
Hello, everyone.
There you go.
Ah.
Silly.
Yeah.
You just want to be.
So,
you just want attention. That's all you're looking for.
this lady that I'm getting
That's all you're
some of the
looking
produce
for.
and stuff
I
from,
finished your finger.
she's got
Maybe I-
her son has Down syndrome, and he's 30. I think he's like 35 now,
Look at that.
and he's Joe. That's his name is
A
Joe,
little messy.
and he's awesome. He saw me at the festival last night and come plowing headlong down the road to give me a big old hug, and tell you that hug must have lasted about 7 minutes straight because
Oh god.
he didn't want to let me go, and I was like, "Hi, Joe, I missed you too, buddy."
Yeah,
So,
Freedom Fest going on the 11th.
oh, nice, yeah,
Wow. At least you got a heads up.
Freedom Fest.
Ours was
Mm,
that day yesterday.
yeah. Well, if it's set up like a small town
But
festival,
that's awesome. That is cool. Yeah.
probably go. If it's set up like a protest, probably don't.
Yeah.
But
Tracy said hi.
we had an Elvis impersonator yesterday playing in the
Yeah.
background down there on the stage. That's who they had
Right where
playing.
we were
And,
eating.
Joe got up on the stage and was wailing with him. That was pretty glorious. Just singing his heart out.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are. Till they hit their teens.
Are you getting in my paint box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we'll leave it there until we're ready
Don't
to.
be pulling everything out.
I don't want any of that lost
We know you're
because
excited.
I will not be giving you mine. I bought one for me and one for you. I won't give away mine because you lost yours.
I know.
Okay,
We know you're excited.
I know. Yep, we'll get to painting soon.
Don't
Matter
worry.
of fact, I've got this idea for a painting that I really, really want to do, and it's going to be a surprise. I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do it on canvas, and I'm going to. I thought about trying to do it digitally. I can see it clear as day in my head. I just can't. Trying to think of how I want to put it together, because I know I could put it together really well digitally, but
Red
I'm pretty
smell
sh-
good.
I'm pretty sure I could put it together pretty well with paint too. So I might give it a shot. I think I'm going to give it a shot. And maybe that'll be the first painting I paint for you guys. Maybe I'll do that. I know, right? It's like the second you become a mother, you automatically have potato eyes everywhere, right? Right on, Brian. I've done that. I've worked in that line of work.
I think I
Yeah, you're wedging up in here. You're gonna get.
There's an art to that too. There really is.
I'm wedged.
But I was happy to be able to show
Yeah.
you guys a little bit. Actually, you remember the contract I was talking about that got canceled was for me to paint that
Definitely
that little
wedged.
marathon tire shop there on the corner, and I was to paint the name and in decorative lettering and
Look at that. You can almost
It was
touch your
good.
head.
it'll probably still happen. I just don't know when.
Morgan's able to do that.
I know. Not as flexible as she is.
I know. Ah.
Awesome.
Ah.
I might just let these two goof off for you
Wow,
guys the rest of the show.
goofiness.
Ah.
I'll go make coffee.
I
And
tell you. Goofy.
I never got that light blue. I mean, if you don't use the right blue, it fades out to like a gray. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I wanted to be able to share some of that stuff with you guys. I mean, I have pictures. I have thousands of pictures of that stuff. The only problem with it is looking at the pictures is never as good as seeing like how well the painting has held up over time and stuff. So I do like to go into the quick check now and again just to check on how the paintings are actually holding up. I don't think they're doing too bad. The one behind the coffee, I can't believe they put all those coffee machines in front of it.
Yeah, I know. I see that.
I'm rather proud of that painting because it is like a historical lineage of the town there. And I wanted to take you guys into the Kilbuck Museum. And I think they're getting ready to close down. That's run by the auxiliary and they run on donations only. It doesn't cost anything to go in there. And our little tiny museum has an original millflower stone, like that ground the flour, right? One of the original millstones, or I think it maybe has two of them. They've got this is also a big taxidermy area because it's a big hunting area. So we have a lot of taxidermists, and there's a whole room in the back of taxidermy things. There are fossils that have been found in the area. There are arrowheads from native tribes, natural resources and minerals and crystals that are found locally. And so it's full of geological references and historical. You are so stinking cute. So stop. I love earth tones too. Now the painting I'm talking about that I think I'm going to do. See, I'm not that good with airbrush. I would love to learn some more airbrushing techniques. I really would because I'm not that. I've never done like an airbrush detailed painting, even though I think they're phenomenal. I've only ever used the airbrush to like do my background fill in, some fading, and some blending. Oh, Brian, you're gonna be like, well, I didn't miss this. Nah, your first winter will be magical, and every winter thereafter it'll be a pain in your butt. But it,
Where's he going to?
he is going to Illinois, from Florida to Illinois. He is a reverse retiree. No, I'm just kidding. Because in Ohio, everybody in Ohio, right? Well, not everybody, but it's pretty standard that if you're in Ohio, you were born and raised here, and when you go into retirement, you move to Florida. That's what everybody does.
No.
Oh, that's awesome, Bonnie. It was meant to be.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, Brian. Now you'll have a use for every one of them. So the painting I was talking about doing, I have an image in my head of, and this is a secret preview for our neck of the woods viewers only, because I haven't told the subject of this painting about this painting yet, and I don't know if I will. I think I may just surprise him with it as a gift. So this painting that I have in my head is done in like rich reds and violets and plums, and like that's your background, right? Is the reds and the violets and the plums. And I want light coming in, and I see Mike Poth, right? Liberty Warrior. Shh. Don't tell him, because I do want this to be a surprise, and I don't want it to be something that I goof up so bad that it looks terrible when he feels insulted instead of complimented. But all right, and I see him in like that Roman in like a Spartan type of gear, right? So I want to do the Liberty helmet. I want to do the Spartan helmet with the Liberty Warrior Nation emblem on it. And I want to do that. And I want him kneeled with one knee up. And I want him holding a sword in one hand and a Bible in the other. And that's kind of how I see the picture. And then the other part of the picture, I think, would be Jesus, right? Kneeling in front of Jesus. Only Jesus being in his spiritual body. And so what do you guys think about that? I don't know if I can actually create it, guys, but I can see it so clear in my mind. And every time they start talking about that calendar thing, I see these pictures that show the strength of these men and why they're in the leadership roles that they're in. And that's how I see him. Like even Shane, when I see Shane, I picture Shane with a cup of coffee, and like he's a tall fella, right? I picture him in like a cowboy hat, kind of low, just right at the eyes, right? And because he's intelligent, but he's quiet. And so I see him kind of leaning against leaning against the porch rail, right? With the cowboy hat, but with his feet crossed, like he's totally relaxed. But in his body posture, you can see that he's being watchful more than relaxed. Like, you know what I mean? That body, just the way your body language is, your posture, right? And so I see that, and then I see him like with a coffee cup in his hand and his first finger pointing up, like rather than like the pinky finger, right? So that's how I would see that for like the. So I'm thinking about maybe doing like a series of paintings and because I see these guys in a completely different way. I don't want to see any of these fellas in skimpy anything. They're not that kind of guy. They're not sellouts. They're not cheap. They have souls and they are powerful men in what they stand for, and they're warriors, right? I mean, they're warriors. So I think like when they brought up the calendar idea, I thought it was great, but I want to see the aspects of them that make them the leaders, right? That's what I want to see. I want to see like that true inner strength. And so that's how I just keep thinking about it. It won't stop coming into my head. So I think I'm going to have to paint it because, well, that's what I want to do. So, but I don't want to bring it up to him because
Not yet.
I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes. Okay, you guys, this is just stuff that's going on in my mind that I feel like I have to express. And it's from my heart. Really, it is. It's more from my heart than it is my mind. But the pictures play over and over. And so I'm going to have to create them in order to get them out of my head and make room for new stuff. But old blue and tiny white specks. Yeah, like the old enameled cowboy cups, right? I do remember them. And I remember the old ceramic soup mugs. You guys remember those? Oh my God, my grandpa had some. I remember growing up with them. So, but I want to do that. And I don't want to be told that it's somebody else's project. And then that person doesn't, I don't know how receptive they are to new ideas. And I tried to give out some of these ideas and I didn't get a really good reception. But this is how I see it. And so I may just do this anyway and then just gift it to Mike and let him do what he likes with it. And I may just do that. That may just be what I do. And like, man, when I look at Rage in the Cage, you know what I see is I see a soldier. I see like one of those Continental soldiers, like in the coats, in the gear, with the white socks and the buckled shoes. And that's how I see Rage, and not as a dandy though. Don't get me wrong. That man is not a dandy.
Nope.
That man is not a dandy. But yeah, I see him like Paul Revere, kind of Paul Revere style, right? You could just plug Rage right into that. And yeah. So that's how I'm looking at that. And I'm not getting a lot of good feedback on it when I talk about it in other places. When they start talking about the calendar, nobody likes ideas that don't have them in skimpy outfits. I don't understand. I wouldn't want that calendar. That would, to me, that's demeaning to them as it is to women. And I'm not saying that I mean, look, if you got a gorgeous body and you want to flaunt it, you go ahead. But don't turn around and tell her it's her fault if something happens to her. Right? I don't know. I believe there's just too much over sexualization of the human body, and the human body is a work of art. Right? We are all creations of God. We are all works of art. And we all have different strokes. He used a different brush to paint everybody. But there is no less beauty in each piece. So, all right, you guys. Yeah, artist and poet. I love, 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 love the effects that you're painting into your pictures. Oh, I would love to see you paint one. I would love to see you record yourself painting one. Even if you don't show yourself, but if you just show your painting as it, brush strokes, and I would love to see that. Now you don't have to, but I would love to see that because I would like to use some of those kind of effects, and I'm not sure I can recreate them, but I'll give it a shot. Right? So, but anyway, yeah. So when you think of doing a calendar of a bunch of guys that are strong leaders, you don't want to make it cheap, right? You don't want it to be cheapened. You want it to be, um, you want to show where their strength comes from, right? I mean, that's what I would think. So I see
agree.
Mike that way. That's how I see Mike. He's kind of like the Leonidas, right? Um, and bows only to God. And I think that's just how I see him. I see him carrying that big sword, or the shield, and I see him with the Bible in his hand. And I'm just trying to figure out. I think in my mind, because in my mind I can see it like it's an actual thing, right? It's a 3D thing. I can scan it. I can go around it. I can look at it, the entire 3D model in my head. So I got to figure out what is the angle that I need to paint it from so that I can show what I see. And that's not that's not always easy. I've always had that problem because my pictures move in my head. So for a long time I struggled with that because I couldn't get them to hold still for me to paint them. So that's probably my ADHD. That's probably what that
ADHD.
is. I never was diagnosed with it or anything like that, you guys. But I've been told on a couple occasions I have it. Squirrel.
Supposedly I have it too, but I think once I got older, it kind of went away a little bit.
I think mine just intensified, but
TVs don't help.
oh yes. Yes. You should start drawing again, Betty. I absolutely recommend it. I highly recommend it to everyone. Even if you think you haven't got talent, you guys. Thank you, artist. Uh even if you don't, first off, an artist is merely putting out what the creator gave them, right? There's no better or worse. Somebody is going to love yours more than they love somebody else's, and so on and so forth, and on down the line. Um, um, just, you can't judge your work by other people's standards. That's my best advice. Don't ever do that to yourself, because um, I see beauty in all those different kinds of work, and different line form, and different media, different styles. I just love all that stuff. So just never judge yourself by somebody else's standards, unless of course you're trying to go by their standards. But I don't recommend you do that. I recommend you simply create what comes from your heart. Cool.
That's that
Right
one.
on, Ship.
Right on, man.
Ship's going to have a new video up here
Woo-hoo.
probably this evening, guys. Go check him out. If you haven't checked him out yet, Ship, by all means, drop your link in the channel. If you guys have links, drop your links to your channels in the chat.
Ship, we have you as a.
He's ready.
He's wrenched in here, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. I think just about everybody here today is wrenched. If you guys don't have a wrench and you'd like a wrench, and you're respectful of the other folks in the chat, you're welcome to have one. We don't have many rules, but we have a couple. And that's only just to keep it nice. Ooh. Right, Brian? The feel. When you're trying to create the beauty of something that you see in nature, And I always say it like this because I used to beat myself up about it a lot. But then I finally got to the point, well, God created that, and He's got not only a bigger palette, but He's got better brushes. So I had to leave myself right there and stop beating myself up over it. So it's an expression of yourself. It's an expression of your God self, if I may say that. Because that's your creator self. That's that part of you that God breathed into every human being. That's our soul. And so we are sub-creators under Him, right? So I don't know. I think it's beautiful. I think any expression of self is beautiful when it's done properly, I guess I should say. I don't know. I like a lot of different stuff, but I notice now that I'm older, I kind of stay towards certain things that give me peace, that fill me with love, things that fill me with beauty. Well, I do, but I don't have anything on that. That was my personal account that I had set up so my sons would stay in contact with me. I haven't been on there in a couple years, nor do I go on there. So it would behoove no one to reach out to me on that platform because I do not go there. So sorry. But you guys are always welcome to email me, call me if you need to, reach out. Because I don't do the social media platforms. I don't like them. They do not bring me joy. I can get lost for hours. I do not like how I feel when I'm on those platforms, and I don't like. Listen, I dropped off Facebook when they started letting people post videos of human beings abusing animals, and I thought it was disgusting, and it made me sick.
Yeah.
And it broke my heart. It broke my heart, and I don't.
And then the viruses you get off
want
of
anything
the
to do with it.
billboard walls, they call them at the time. I don't know what they call them now, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, Meg. Is it under your name? Same name? I would definitely go check out your art. Have you guys checked out Artist and Poet? She does these small, short presentations of her paintings and stuff over on her channel. And she just puts them together and plays them on there, and they're beautiful. And that's a way to get your art out there, too, you know?
Yep.
Meg, I didn't realize you did art, too. That's great. So I may jump on there and look you up. But I do highly suggest you move to another platform unless you're really attached to that one. But I myself have no use for it, and I think a lot of people have pulled away from it and have no use for it. And it's sad, really, you know, but I can't do it. I can't let all that. I can't open the door to let that kind of negativity flood into my life, and I don't want it. And you know, like I said, I had it up for one reason, one purpose only, and it's not serving its purpose any longer. So I haven't even logged into that thing in a lot of years. I don't even know what email I used to sign up for it at this point. It's been a long time. Yeah, she does. She really does. Actually, the outro that we play on our show, Artist and Poet had made for us, and we really like it. So yeah, just to your kids. Yeah, I used to post stuff, but now it's and nobody misses me, so it's not a big deal. Just a bunch of people I knew from a couple decades ago, and none of them really care to reach out any further than saying hey or whatever, and that's fine. Look, every person in your life comes into your life for a reason or a season. And that's very important that people realize and understand that. And Raina, being as young as she is, even has some understanding of that. There are friends that she has outgrown. There are friends that have outgrown her. There are friends that she's had since she was 5, and she's had to leave them behind because they are public school kids that follow it exactly how they were taught. They treat people like crap now. They talk bad things. They encourage bad things. And she's not down with that. So she left them behind. And it made her really sad. She had a hard time doing it.
Yeah.
But she
Yeah.
knew that she had to do it.
You can't let them bring you down.
So, but even bad relationships, guys, they're all for a reason or for a season. It may not even be your lesson. It just may be something you
It might be a lesson
volunteered to
that
do
they need to learn.
to help them.
You never
You
know.
don't know.
Some people come into your life and it's the lesson that they need to learn off of somebody else, and you were just the one that needed to show them without you even realizing that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
And then they get it and they're on their way.
And that's okay. I mean, we have to accept that that's a fact, and I think if people could think about it a little bit better that way, there would be less grievances. I think there would be less grudges, and I think there would be less long-lasting, long-standing malignant thoughts towards
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
I was trying to say a nice way to say all that.
Well, sometimes it's the word's what it is. You got to use it, even though it means 9 different things. Gotta use it.
Oh, thank you, artist. I mean, we're
What'd she
trying.
say now.
She's
She's
so
making you
sweet.
mushy already.
Yeah, she's gonna make me blush.
Aw.
You don't want to
Thanks,
see me
artist.
blush. It's like seeing me cry. I'm an ugly crier. Oh wait, you guys
Use up
saw
a whole
that
box
already.
of
Never
tissue.
mind.
I'm just teasing.
No, I mean we're trying. I just, it's hard. It's hard when you live within a society construct and you don't believe how that construct has come, has built upon itself, and you don't like it, and you see the cracks in the foundation of it, and it makes it rather difficult to raise your kids with a different understanding than what the world is trying to shove down their throats. And I think that it's important that we as adults, when we are exposed to any children, there's a way to approach all of it, right? But kids are great thinkers. Kids are super intelligent. They're way more intelligent than most adults give them credit for. And they may not know what we know because we know it from life experience. They don't. But kids listen more than we think they do. And so
Go ahead.
when we have the opportunity when I get an opportunity to talk to my niece and my nephew and their friends or Cub Scouts or anything like that, when I talk to them, I try to always come to them from a place with love, a place with love, and then I also try to encourage their thinking skills. So I ask them questions about what do they think about things and why do they think that. And you get to the root of some really good stuff when you do that with kids. Because if you're asking them why they think that, and they only think it because that's what they were taught in school, then there's a brain who is looking for more information to figure it out. And it will further encourage them to think why and examine other areas of their life in the same connotation. So I really think that's important in the generations coming up, whether they're your grandbabies or your babies. Okay, what do you think? Now, why do you think that? Explain it to me so I can understand, and maybe I'll think that too. I don't know. If you can convince me, and it teaches kids also to have those discussions that we are so desperately trying to have with people now. So I think that is probably a pretty broad scatter approach, but teach kids how to think on their own. Don't teach them to think like zombies and
because then it's realizing they do have an opinion and not being okay, this is what mom and dad said as well. It's learning the curvature of basically life. It's what it is. They don't teach that in school.
No,
You know, that's here at home, and
you know, and
doing so,
they're teaching workers at schools. They teach
Yeah,
you work, and then we'll give you a break, and then and that's your reward.
yeah,
And then you come back in and you work until we send you home. And that's what they teach kids. That's exactly what they're teaching them.
we-
If
lot
you
of
break it down to
times-
the basics of it, they're teaching them to be slaves for another man's cog in another man's machine. They don't teach them to be independent thinkers. They don't teach them to think for themselves or to examine why they think a certain thing. It is very important, and I think almost all you guys know. You know, at some point, you've all had to reevaluate your thinking and why you felt that way, and you had to really look into where you came up with it in order to change it. And I think Jeff Riddle would agree with me on that, because that's basically how you rework an addictive mindset as well. Is you have to know what you're thinking, why you're thinking it, you know, in order to change it. You have to be able to
you have to be able to-
recognize
every little process,
the root in
Yeah.
order to change it. So yeah, and we love that you guys come in chat and all the knowledge that we share with each other. You guys, it's amazing, and that's just what we kind of wanted. We wanted a place where people could just come be
Come, chill
themselves,
out.
share their way of doing things, because everybody does have different ways of doing things, and it can be beneficial for everyone. All they have to do is
And the funny part about
Sit
it, I think it's
down.
more common than
Take
what
a
people
second.
really honestly think. It's just we've been geared to being so secluded to our one self that a lot of us actually think all the same way. We really do. They just have
they've
divided
made
us,
it
but
unacceptable to think a certain way out loud.
Yeah, and honestly, I think there's a lot of us out there that think the same way, but have hit that brick wall so much that it's just
Now we're just
it's
gonna
now
park
you
a
just
rocker
walk
in
into
front
it,
of
you
it
hit
for a
it, and you
minute.
turn and you keep on walking the other direction or that other direction, or
Not me. I'm parking a hickory
What's
rocker
that
right in
one
front of that
game?
bad boy.
it's like one
I'm
of
gonna
those.
wait for it to crumble.
It's like one of those
I'm
sweeper
stronger than
robots. You know, as soon as it hits the counter, underneath the counter, it backs up and goes another direction because it's being told, okay, you're not allowed to go that way. But and that's not a good example, but it's the same idea. It's and yeah, you can. I was explaining
Tracy.
something. There was someone was saying something to me about it was raising kids, and I said, raising kids is a huge spectrum. Whoop, there we go. I said, you have the elite over here, or would be on the other side. It'd be the elite over here, and you got your poor over here, poverty, and all the way in between, all the way from here to all the way over to here is the same raising as being on this side as this side. But the only difference in between of all that is the functions of how we do it. And one side always will say no about the other side and in between of how things are supposed to be on raising children. And the funniest part about it is if you back up and look at how everything goes, there's one thing in common
my
for
light bulb.
all of it. There's one thing in common for all of it. And it's just, if you just being human and you strike down the evil on both sides, you will always have the common good come to the middle and meet, and vice versa, other sides.
You guys, I just had a little
Sorry,
light bulb
didn't mean to
moment.
get that deep into it, but when you think about it, they've gotten that away from us, and that's what I think is really a shame. Sorry.
Oh, so my light bulb moment, my aha, right? Because we say raising children. Well, they
Not
start
really
out as
raising,
children,
yeah.
but we're actually raising them to be adults, responsible community members. And people think you're raising children until they're 18. Well, they are no longer children at a certain point when they can start forming their own
Words.
conclusions and questions. And when they start learning and stuff,
They're
they're little people.
individuals.
They're individuals, yeah. And look, if you wait until they're 18, toss them out into the big bad world and say, okay, we'll figure that one out on your own. That's why we have so much chaos and confusion with our young people, and we see, and I'm not trying to like point any fingers or anything, but we see the young people right now, the young
Don't have
people
a-
that exist,
don't have
they
a
don't have a
clue.
freaking clue. They're out there throwing beer bottles at cops and stuff. And while I agree that not all cops are good cops, most cops are good cops. Not all of the look. I don't know a cop that got into it for the paycheck. Okay,
Yeah.
so they all
Yeah.
probably started off pretty decent. There
It's the
likely were
inside
some that went in there
infrastructure.
for the feeling of power. I've met police officers that way. I've met a lot of different people that way that feel that way, and it's all about the power. But a lot of people, they got into these professions for the right reason, and they got led astray because they were taught in school how to behave. They were taught in school how to listen to the person in the authoritative position. And not that I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because parents should respect their children and other adults, but parents children should have a voice as well. I know that for a lot of us that it was, children were to be seen and not heard, and most of us understand that those led to some of our creative times, right? Bonnie and I were just talking about that the other day, and you go figure stuff out on your own. You go play outside. You go do your thing. But I think we've gotten away from how parents used to use that as a tool for their children to learn on their own.
Right.
To that meant the parents didn't have to watch you and they could go do whatever the heck they wanted. And that was something that I think was part of the propaganda, right? So we're not raising children. We're raising individuals. We're raising responsible community members. And the way to do that is to stop treating them like children when they're still teenagers and they're becoming young adults, and that you can't still pretend that you can swaddle them and it'll be okay. And I think a lot of parents out there do that today, and I don't understand it. I mean, I do. I love my children. I do understand it. But at a point, you have to say, listen, I'm sorry I didn't teach you this sooner, but at some point in your life, you are going to be responsible for your own decisions. We do that with Raina, and she gets to see the consequences of her choices. And they're little choices, but they make a big difference.
Yep.
And she has to see that firsthand, because that's the kind of kid she is.
Yeah. Well, good. This is a good one. I know all kids do it. They always push that limit. Riding her tricycle, she was on the porch, kept going right to the edge and slamming her feet down, going right to the edge. She kept looking over. I finally had had enough telling her to, stop. And I just looked right at her and I said, okay. I said, I'm not going to do this anymore. I said, I can see that you're going to be just like your dad when he was growing up. I said, you go ahead. I said, you go over that porch and you get hurt. I'm not going to sit here and cry. And I'm not going to sit here and feel sorry for you. You were told it's going to hurt when you go over that edge. And not even 45 seconds later, she went over the edge. The handlebar hit her in the belly. She got up, and the first thing she said was, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm like, come over here. Let's check you out. Let's do the heads, shoulders, knees, and toes, and all the intricatals. And then she started, a little bit of tear here. And I was like, you can go ahead and cry. It hurt, didn't it? Yeah. Well, I'm not telling you don't do it. I'm just telling you it's going to hurt if you do it. And from that point forward, we had to go that direction with everything, because she is a go-getter. She will try anything. If she has a mindset for it, she's going to do it.
2 days after she rode her bike for the first time without training wheels, she took it down the hill.
Oh, yeah.
Without mentioning anything to mom or dad. Thank goodness that worked itself out well.
She got lucky. Real lucky. Briar patches, trees, all kinds of rocks. Could have been really bad.
And of course,
but
being mom, I'm just like, oh my God, over the handlebars, broken arms, and oh. It's half an hour
yeah.
to the nearest hospital.
No helmet, no knee pads, no shoulder pads.
She has.
Grew up just like we did, and
She loves drinking out of the
learns
hose.
from the consequence. Yeah, she loves drinking from the hose. You
It's
can't.
the weirdest thing.
No, I want to drink out of the hose. She goes and fills up a 2-liter bottle, fills it with water for herself.
Junks it around all day.
Yeah. She's a little trooper, I'm gonna tell you what.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They have to understand. They have to build. They
She
have
really
to build their
does.
own understanding.
But that's
Because
the thing, yeah.
at some point, they're not going to have somebody else to tell them how to think, feel, and act. And when it comes down to vital situations, Ship, like you said, you're just thrown out there to the darkness of the world and not really knowing about it. They're going to have to face these things, and if they are not good decision makers because they have no life experience and they've only ever done what they were told to do, well, then they're going to be in a world of hurt, and none of us wants our kids to do that. We want, good solid folks once they reach that age, right? All the dumb ones died off. That was Carlin, wasn't it? Back in the old days, all the dumb ones died off. Nowadays, everything's so safe, the dumb ones all live. I think that was George Carlin, and yeah, that's a bitter humor, but he wasn't lying.
Yeah, he was George. That was George Carlin.
And
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I had the same thing. I was raised in a strictly religious household. I didn't get to wear my first pair of pants until my mom remarried a biker, and I was like 14, and that was the first haircut I ever had, and it was. My mom did a complete 360, and my life flip flopped, and then a bunch of other stuff happened, and. But it threw me, and then it threw me out into the world, and then I got met up with the wrong kind of people. And so, I mean, I was so naive. I don't want her to be that way. I don't want her to be naive.
And I was naive
Yeah, she's
too.
sheltered with love, but she is not sheltered. We don't sugarcoat stuff for her. There are things that we don't tell her and say to her about things that go on because she's very sensitive. She's a very sensitive child, and I don't want to take that away from her. I don't want her to be sensitized. These kids,
she does.
what grinds my gears? What grinds my gears? What grinds my gears is parents that'll sit there and watch horror movies with their 5 and 6-year-old kids
Right there
to
playing
desensitize them. Parents that let little kids like at 6 and 7 years old play games like Grand Theft Auto, and you expect them to turn out right? Are you kidding me? Sorry guys, but wow. I won't do any more of that because it's Sunday and it's supposed to be pleasant today. Hey LHS. Yes, they do. See, fairy tales, they all contain a dark seed. They all contain a kernel of truth. Yeah. Canine's absolutely right on that. Oh, awesome, Ship. I used to train dogs. I loved training dogs. I loved training second chance dogs, and I loved training service dogs. I thought that was great. Dogs, even though they're colorblind, can tell the difference.
What
right?
happened, Bonnie?
We had this.
She all right?
We will pray for your mom.
Yeah, well,
we will
she's okay.
absolutely. You guys keep Bonnie's mom in your prayers. I hope she's all right, hon. Right. Yep. If you do that, what could happen? Make them think.
Negan?
Like the dude from Walking Dead.
Okay. So I thought. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The only kind of training I haven't done with dogs so far is I haven't done the advanced training for the dogs that do like that can smell the chemical changes in the body for seizures and for other problems like that. I've not done that advanced training yet. And I have not done military dog training, but I was learning that, and I was getting ready to work with a guy who trains military canines and police officers. Um, it's dog training is an amazing thing. When I retire, I think I want to have a kennel and train dogs. I think I would enjoy that. When I retire from what, I don't know, but when I retire someday.
We're just now getting our retirement up and running. She doesn't realize. We only have what?
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear she's in good hands.
20 more years? 20 more years?
Oh, I don't know. I think by that time the number will just be a number anyway. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
uh,
Bonnie. Okay.
yeah, the older dogs still know, but yeah, I'm glad they have. It that whole thing's a racket anyway. Don't get me going on that. Have a nice day, artist. We love
We'll
you.
see you, artist. Thanks for
God
joining
bless
us.
you. Have a great day. So what was I saying? Does anybody want to come up and chat? I mean, I'll drop the link again if you guys want. You guys are welcome to come up and chat. You know, your face is not required if you just want to have a conversation. Why not adopt the Garfield cat and just make him keep the mice down? I'm just saying.
Garfield doesn't keep the mice down. He makes deals with the mice and gets his.
Well, he said it's a Garfield style cat, meaning it's probably
Garfield style
a ginger
cat.
hair tabby, right?
I just had to make fun.
All right, Maria, cook some for me.
What's she making?
I don't know, but I know it's going to be good.
Cooking.
She's going to have... Maria, do you like portobello steaks? They're a mushroom steak. They're steak, too. They taste like... Oh, they're so good. Portobello mushrooms. Oh, I love them.
Hello, K9.
Hey, K9.
Hey, we can hear you, too. Right on.
Oh, can you? Great. Good. Hello, folks. How are you? How you doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing well. Doing well. It's been about a month straight of work. I haven't had a day off, and one of the people didn't show up for a while, so we've got to pick up the slack. And but I get to listen to you all, so that's and play, so that's fun too. Yeah.
Well, we're happy you
Yeah.
found us. We like to be a little afternoon break from all the hectic stuff for people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, me too.
And for
Me
ourselves.
too.
There's
Of
some
course.
selfish reasons there, too. It's nice to have an afternoon break from all the craziness.
Yes. Yeah, it is. You know what you were saying, Jeff. What you were saying just a minute ago about that we all think the same, that we pretty much think similarly. And I think that goes to Luke chapter 17, verse 21, where the kingdom of heaven is residing within every single one of us, and maybe that's where that comes from. That might be where it comes from. That, and we all have good. Yeah, we all have that. We all have that within us, and it comes out, and it comes out here. It comes out with our artwork, with our creativity, and yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, it was fun watching Raina do her tie-dye shirt. But go ahead.
Yeah. She had a lot of fun. She really
Good.
did. Yeah, it's soaking in the bucket right now, and then we'll probably have it out by tomorrow. I think we have to wash it one more time with just like a gentle soap and water, and then it's pretty much ready to go. It's not like the
Yeah.
old style tie dye back when in the 60s and 70s and 80s when you had all the buckets lined up and you had rubber bands tied around them. And this
Right.
was like comes out of a squirt bottle, and if you don't want it to bleed too far, then you don't let the shirt be. You don't want the shirt wet, but if you want the colors to bleed, then you take a spray bottle and you spray it down and let it get damp, and that bleeds the color out a little bit further. It was a little different. But it still turned out really neat. They unfolded it for a second before they started the bath, so
Yeah.
it turned out really neat. I was kind of impressed with it. A little
Yeah,
different
that
way
was
of doing
pretty
it.
awesome. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
never seen that. I've always seen the rubber band trick, but that was pretty
right.
cool with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
So,
when I got to do mine. Now I used to live up in New Hampshire, and when I was living up there, I went to an all boys school in Vermont, and for a field trip, we got to go to Dartmouth College in uh,
nice.
Massachusetts, and we got to stay the weekend down there, and we did tie dyes. Got to eat beer dogs because they were steamed in beer,
Mm,
and boy, they were good.
all right.
we
I
had a
bet.
blast down there. Yeah, we had a blast down there. It was part of the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, so we always had
Yeah,
an escort everywhere, and we did all kinds of different things down there for the weekend.
yeah. I miss my when I was younger, the YMCA days. That's where a lot of this started. My painting, my photography, my um, leather work. Just but back in the day, and
Yeah,
yeah, I miss that kind of stuff.
yeah, right.
That's
And
awesome.
I mean,
You
when I
have a
was
channel?
I'm sorry.
Do you have a channel or a like a website where you put all your work or anything?
Not yet. I mean, I do have a YouTube. I mean, I'm sorry, not YouTube. I have a Facebook page. I don't, and I'm on Telegram for the most part, trying to pick up the political things with General Flynn and Marjorie Taylor Greene and all, but I haven't really gone into what you're all doing. I've been looking into it, and I've been procrastinating on keeping on opening up my YouTube channel.
Procrastinate
But
no longer. We will share
right,
your information.
we will help.
We
Yeah,
will help
if you
you.
have
right.
questions, just give us an
Thank
email,
you.
and ours is right on our channel. If you go into our channel, in the
Right.
About tab is our email address. You can click on it there, and we can give it to you here in chat or whatever, and
Awesome.
get a hold of us
Yeah,
if you have any questions, and we'll help you any steps that you need within
yeah.
our what we can do.
Well, thank you. Yeah,
I love to share out artists.
yeah. I'm doing a lot of photography now, and
Okay.
I'm working. Yeah, I'm working up here in Palos Verdes, California, and the sunsets of Catalina Island and the sunsets here are phenomenal. So I've got a few of those, and I
Wow.
can send you some of that.
Ooh, I might paint one.
Okay, yeah, you're very welcome to, and I'll go
Thank
ahead
you.
and send them to you to the email. Um,
Okay.
but I just came on, just to say hello, and also, just to, touch base with y'all. It's been great getting a hold of you. One of the reasons you
Like
can't
that.
see me is because I'm wearing a uniform, and I don't want that to be publicly
Nope,
out there.
that's fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so, yeah.
That's
Completely
fine with us.
respectable.
We understand. That's why we always
Yeah.
let I know a lot of people, they want to talk, but they don't want to show their face, and that's fine.
Yep.
Um,
Cover your
go
camera
with your comfort
or
limit, right?
cover the camera,
We're
or
good with it.
put the camera stop thing on, and it'll stop the camera, and we'll just have that little circle. It won't show you.
Okay.
You know, and that's just for you, but that's for everybody out there. It's, you know, if you don't want to be seen,
Right.
we understand. We completely understand.
And we respect that.
See, we come from gaming. We're gamers. We're that in between gaming era, and
Right.
we talked online anyhow. But you didn't see each other other than you saw the person, the character in front of you, and you guys running around like, you know, having fun and whatnot. We used to play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. It was really fun. But you didn't see each other. You know, literally, you didn't see each other. You just saw the character in front of you, but yet you still had the voice. So the voice part, we didn't have an issue with when we first started doing this. It was putting ourselves visually out there. And I think that's what
Right.
helped out a little bit with the voice. We were already comfortable with it. We could talk to people. Not a big deal.
I'm still
We
nervous
can
to show my
discuss.
face, but
But it was
it's okay.
the nervousness was
Yeah.
showing the face. And then once we got right over that bump, it was I'd say about the third time, and it was easy. It was no big deal. And then we started our channel just from that point forward. We already kind of knew
Yeah.
what direction we were going with our channel. Like you, we have stuff that's already lined up. We've got pictures. I just got to get everything organized. And what we do is what we do. It's just, this has been our lives. It's not like anything that's changed. We're just bringing it all together into one little spot, and we're going to work from that. Eventually, we'll have other surprises in store for everybody. But that's later dates that have already been put in place years ago, and it's just going to add to the channel. Is all it's going to do, and just
Right.
it's going to stay the same.
too,
It's
Meg.
just going to be a little
Eating
bit
it
more
right
and more
now.
and more and more. So when you come onto our channel, all our playlists will be something separate. It'll be
The art, the
Heather's art,
woodworking.
woodworking, sawmilling, and then there's about 2 or 3 other things we're going to be doing, and they're all going to be in these playlists. But yet we'll still have our online
We are
little
trying
talk
to do
show
that.
here
Listen, you guys, though, seriously, I'm sorry to.
once a day. You know, we're going to try to go for 7 days a week. It might recede. I don't know. Depends on how busy we get, what's going on. No matter what, we want to have this kind of a day, though. We want to have a day where it's just you come
Sitting
on
and
and you
chatting
talk,
and
and it's just a
everybody
Sunday to
hanging
get away from
And
everything.
chat.
I wanted to actually do like a 6-hour show is what I'd like to try to do, and it started around noon to go to 6 or so, or maybe even until almost like 8 o'clock or something. And then anybody can get on and
I
you know,
that, though.
and just sit and have coffee and chat and discuss whatever and come up on the panel, and you know, it's just what this is going to be.
Hey.
You know, just keeping it real.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
You guys, I am super serious about this recipe book, this cookbook. Send me some recipes, and we will get it together, and we'll get it out for all of us.
Just do like 1 or 2 at a
Yeah,
time.
And listen, if you
Let us
don't,
get them organized.
if you
and
can't
then
type 'em in-
send some more. We'll get them organized and
If-
put them in the spots. You know, who is it? LH.
yes,
Yes.
it's going to help us.
Yep.
So listen, if you guys
Great.
can't or just don't want to type in all the stuff and you have it on a recipe card, take a picture of it and send it to me in an email. Just attach the file. And there's a simple way to do it too. Or even if it's out of a cookbook and it's like your go-to recipe, send me it. Let's get it put and we're gonna put everybody's YouTube handles on you know, like, so if K9 sends us a recipe, it'll say K9 dog, you know, like that. Unless you'd like
You
your
got
real
it,
name,
yeah.
that's fine. But I just figured we do YouTube handles. That way, you know, we could recognize each other and go, oh, you know, I remember them talking about that in chat. I want to try that. But I do want to get this together, and even if we don't get it printed, we'll at least have a PDF together for our community. And then maybe we could do something where we can sell it and then use that money to put into stuff that we're doing here for us, for all of us. So yeah,
That's great.
maybe we can
Yeah.
do that.
Well, I've got a green chili cheese cornbread that turns into a side dish. It's not sweet. It's a. I'll
Ooh, that's
bring that
good.
recipe up. I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Come up here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You want to come up here?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. Let's see here.
What's Shipwreck doing?
We still. What's that?
Shipwreck
Hey, what's up? I know there's a bad echo. I've got to get my headset hooked up real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh.
Oh,
All
my
right.
pillow, my pillow. Here, come here, baby. Oh, here's my pillow, my pillow.
There's our fluffy cat.
That's my boy.
Right.
That's my boy.
He's a putty cat. He's not a putty cat. He's a putty cat. This cat is something else. Flip him upside down. Just lays there. Just
He lets me clean his paws and everything.
just
He's a good kitty.
great cat.
I love this cat.
He's a
All
good
right.
boy.
But we've had him since he was about 3 weeks old. Found him on the side of the road.
Fit right in the hand.
I thought he was a
Fit
squirrel.
Right in the hand. He's a tiny little thing.
Well, I thought him and his sister were squirrels. We lost his sister, but my little
When you
boy
say
got
lost
big and
his-
strong.
What happened to the
What's
sister?
that?
What happened to the sister? What happened to the sister cat?
She dehydrated and
No.
she just kind of faded away. They were in
Not
real
ready
bad
for far
shape when
gone.
I found them, and
Yeah.
I wasn't sure either one of them would survive because they were about starved. Neither one of them could get enough to drink. Their eyes were all crusted shut. Their nose were all full of junk, and they were real skinny. They couldn't have been more than 3 weeks old. You could tell they weren't really fully weaned from their mother. We had a hard time getting them to start eating, and I actually bottle fed his sister for
2 weeks longer than
two
him.
2 weeks long.
Yeah.
Longer after I got her, and
He started eating right away within a week.
Yeah.
She just
Yeah, the kidneys go first, apparently. They start to shut down if they don't get worked on. Yeah.
Bonnie.
I can't hear.
What did Bonnie say?
Can you repeat that? I missed it. I'm so sorry.
The kidneys, cats like that, the kidneys would go first if they don't get hydrated. If they don't have enough water in the beginning when they come out, when they're born, the kidneys tend to shut down pretty quickly. They need to be hydrated. They need that water at the very beginning of life. So if they didn't get any, or if they got very little, then the kidneys would start shutting down. And then in Asian medicine, the kidneys pretty much are very powerful. They're even more important than the heart is. And when the kidneys start shutting down, that's about it. It's hard to come back from that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Dagnabbit.
Yeah.
Fresh pot.
We need a fresh pot.
Yep. And it's amazing how it all works.
We tried to save
Yeah,
them.
it is.
Yep.
I tried. I hate to see
Right.
they abandon cats out here all the time too in our
Yeah,
woods.
they're thick out in our area anyhow.
If they
but-
come to me, I'll adopt them. I
Are
always
you,
tell
are you
them
guys
to-
near, are you all near
that?
Ironton? Are you near Ironton, Ohio?
That was asked a question before, and you know what? Where's Ironton near?
It's near Ashland, Kentucky. It's right on Ironton is on the other side of the
no,
Ohio
that-
River. Okay.
Yeah. Tell you what, real quick here.
we got a couple hours with them,
See if I can do
honestly.
Yeah. We're an hour and a half. We're about an hour and a half away from the Columbus Zoo. So if
this. Okay.
get rid of that, I don't want that. Oh, really? Google. Of course. All right, there's Kentucky. Okay, Ironton's right here.
Oh, that's probably a good 5 or 6 hour drive,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks to be about that.
What's up, y'all? I finally done fumbling around with my crappy phone. Wi-Fi connection is strong. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes my phone being a turd. Sometimes it's not. It's just always up. Y'all hear me?
Good to see you
All
too,
right.
Ship.
Kind of choppy there.
Ship, we want that recipe for those dad burgers.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I'll be back here. I have to take out for a second.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Oh, that was him. That's it. I'll be back.
Am I
Yeah, he does sound like
hear me okay and everything? It's kind of choppy on my
Well,
end.
you're kind of like an
you're
echo
choppy.
delay. It sounds like when you know, Betty kind of got that one. She says it kind of sounds like you're ordering from McDonald's. It's like real choppy.
We're gonna call him McNuggets. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just picking, man. I'm just picking.
I don't want to start off talking
That's
because I don't want to everybody.
We're trying to understand you.
Yeah, I don't understand what's.
RD. Oh, R2D2. You guys got storms down there today? Just curious.
No,
Do you have anything?
I'm just talking to me. We're pretty clear today.
Are you still trying to upload your video? Are you on the same network, or are you on a different network, or something working on your phone that might be making it? It's. I mean, it's. I don't know how to
I have
explain
it
it to you.
uploaded on my computer in there, but it is the same internet. That may be some of it. I'm gonna jump out. Is it pretty bad?
Well, here, go ahead and
talk.
You're gonna hear it. I'm gonna put you up here. There you go. Go ahead and say something.
My name's Shipwreck. I live in South Alabama. Roll Tide.
Catch that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's intermittent.
Okay, he's
So it's
restarting.
It's really weird. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, deplorable. I think so too.
It's
I know
just-
our Bluetooth speaker
It
causes
is
an
kinda
echo when we
cool,
go
but
into somebody else's room.
It's kind of weird.
Weird.
No, here's really something. Okay,
Ooh, sunny and 80s.
we're
in
on
the mountains.
Restream right now, having our show. We know we're intermittent right now. Our show should be a little bit better because we did just renew our service, but yesterday, the day was today, Sunday, Saturday, Friday night. We had our show, everything was fine. Then we went on to Gigi, and she has the same. She uses StreamYard, and we were getting booted off every minute and a half to 2 minutes. It was just kicking us right out of the room. We'd get up on the panel, start talking, then all of a sudden, boom, we were off. We were reloading, and we have Restream. So we couldn't understand what is going on. The
No,
service has been really weird here lately.
It's weird because at night, if we try to go on somebody else's show at night and they're using Restream, we have it like kicks us out.
Terrible.
It drops our
Like,
signal down to nothing. It makes us choppy as all get out.
I like the program. I'm not saying I don't like it. It's just awful odd.
I'll say it. I don't like it. I don't care for it. But
The thing is, we're okay most of the time on Liberty Warrior. It'll kick us every once in a while, or it'll give us a rough time every once in a while. But when we try going to Travis, it just
wow, deplorable.
what's up?
I'm not gonna put it up, but it's there if everybody wants to read it. Yeah, that's what I got out of it, Betty. Ship's a good guy. Yeah, it might be Ship. It's okay. I mean, if you want to come back up and try, we'll deal with it. That's up to
We
you,
don't
man.
mind, yeah.
That's up to you. Completely up to you. But I mean, and if you don't want to, that's fine too. Listen, you guys, if you want, we'll leave the chat room open for you. for a little bit, and we'll just because
Oh,
yeah, I mean, we try to do that anyway, so you guys can finish your conversations, before you
So-
leave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
we
There's
do.
there's a lot of odd things going on.
If we don't see you, we'll catch you on the flip side.
All right, man. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your Sunday.
We'll look for that video tonight once it gets uploaded.
Absolutely.
If not, we'll watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, Chip's got a new reloading those freedom seeds vid coming up. So any of you guys that are interested in that kind of stuff, go ahead and check it out because he does a really nice job with his instruction on those videos and stuff. I like his information.
Yes,
He gives.
yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yeah,
It's gonna be more than what some people can handle.
I think it's coming
Just
in floods this week.
Don't-
That information.
be too upset.
So listen, if any of you need to,
Always
with all the
email
stuff
us.
that's going to come out, it's going to get overwhelming for some people,
Yeah.
and there is no shame in that. If you need to, reach out. I'm here. I will check my emails throughout the day. If you have my phone number, reach out if you need to. I'm here. I can't say that enough. Matter of fact, babe, will you go pop that banner up for the vets? Also, any veterans that you know,
Give them this number.
let's build those guys and gals up
Yeah,
because
because they need the help.
they're
right
going to
now.
need us, right? They're going to need us more than they know they will, and that's okay because some of us are the kind that like to be needed, and we're pretty decent at the job, right? But don't forget, just because you're one of those people doesn't mean you have to always be one of those people. So don't forget to take time for yourself and be kind to yourself and to love yourself as well as your neighbors. Because you got to keep replenishing that love cup, keep
Okay.
giving it out, right? All right, Meg. Meg, what are you making for dinner tonight? You said you were starting dinner, Meg.
You gotta go talk to the hub first. Sunday,
Yeah. Oh, they just jumped it.
What? They just what?
They jumped it. I was still reading that.
What? Where?
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of us already do know a bunch of the stuff that's going on. I can't think of one thing that would surprise me. But
That's where that pertaining to what I was saying earlier. If anybody didn't catch what I was saying, and there's a lot that we know, but they say no. You hit the wall, you back up. You hit the wall, you turn just because they're saying no. But there's a lot that you do know. So the amount of stuff that's going to come out and what comes out, you already probably know, and you're going to go, that's not a surprise. I already knew that one. And
yes, North Carolina
just
girl.
what it's
And
gonna
I'll
be.
go ahead and pop it in chat again too.
How deep it goes, just be ready for it. That's all. And if it's even, you already kind of knew, and it goes even deeper, then sometimes it's like, okay, well, yeah, he shook hands with him and him and him and her and him, and oh wow, they had more businesses and they did what? I don't want to know more about them.
Right.
It's one of those.
It's going to be the people around us who are going to fall apart.
Yeah.
Probably the most.
And
just be ready for it.
Yeah.
I don't look, even if there's information that comes out that you didn't know, it's not going to surprise you. It's not going to surprise you because you're already thinking with a clear head. You already see what they've been trying to hide. And it's nothing to worry about because you already know what exists has already existed. Okay? It already exists. There's no the only factor for fear is the surprise, and that's what a lot of people are going to go through. The fear of the surprise of it because they weren't awake this whole time. But
there are going to be some that have no clue. Not a clue.
Yeah, Betty, I believe
They've
it.
been living the life of little Miss Sunshine and happiness, and
And that's okay. that's okay. I mean,
And it's fine.
Not-
It's your life. It's what you wanted to perceive.
not everybody can handle. Yeah, and life is what you perceive, and I know I've said that before, but that goes true for everybody, right? Some people just refuse to see the other stuff out there, and that's fine because maybe they're not strong enough to handle it, right? But that's where we're kind of like the backbone people, right? We're the quiet backbone people that have known a lot of this stuff all along, and yeah, it's gonna. I think when the poop starts flying in the coop, chicken hen, deplorable chicken hen, when that poop starts flying in the coop, everybody better watch out for the claws.
It's gonna go spraying.
But it's okay. It's gonna be okay for us, I think. Yeah, it started about a month ago.
What are you doing?
And I've only gotten like 3, but really weird stuff. And I got one yesterday or the other day from somebody who said, "Hi, this is so and so," and I was like, "Okay, what's your username?" And I never got an answer back, so I don't know what that was about. But we're gonna see a bunch of seemingly crazy stuff happens. Just stick with us, guys. And let's be that inner wall of the eye of the storm, okay? We'll be the calm in the middle while the world falls down around us. And we'll be here to help them rebuild when they all are ready to stand back up. It is going to get hard. Yep, you're right. And it's going to be super hard on a lot of folks. And I don't know. And it's, I don't know. I still don't have any fear. I still feel like we're all coming out into the light on the other side, guys. Can't find an inkling of it. It's almost that attempting to give a damn. You guys, the little thing, the loading, attempting to give a damn. File could not be found.
Yeah.
Not that I don't care, because I do care. I care immensely. But I also know that
I can help you out.
I, much like my daughter, am very sensitive. So if we get into an area where people are arguing or something, like you feel that tension, like it invades your personal space and your energy. And so being like that, knowing that if I'm around angry people, I get it. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. So I don't go over those people. Right. So, yeah. Oh, I know you'll be fine, deplorable. Yeah. Betty, I still call you, and I don't. She is a great woman. She really is. She's wonderful. Oh, LHS says hi right now.
Hi, Ellie.
LHS. But I mean, I think we're all going to be fine. We're not a political channel here, so we might be a channel that you could send people over, and that, for whatever reason, there's got to be something you could send them this way for, maybe, because I mean, we do talk about enough stuff that
how
that
they do like
it would be
the day when
that
they set
critical
up
thinking
the stand and
to
then,
get them started.
then the next day
maybe.
there's a fair
I don't know.
and a parade.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just letting you know because today might be the parade.
Well, we probably missed it then because
you've
it's
done it.
already
It's
quarter
already
after 4,
4:00.
Pumpkin. The parade's usually in the afternoon.
Yeah. It's been raining, honey. What it is?
Yeah, Betty, you're absolutely right, and we have to
You got to count for those.
we have to learn how to turn ourselves away from some of that crap too, because if you don't, it's good for your own mental health and well-being, and your own mental health and being should be one of your concerns, especially in these times, because That's how it goes, I think. That's right, Betty. You don't think you're anything special, but we all see how special you are. Trust me, we do. And we love you for it. And it's because you're just trying to help people and you're not out there to be seen as. I don't really care what people see me as. I got over that a long time ago. But actually, I don't even know if I ever really had that given a crap what people thought of me. Because I was always different, so I always made fun of in school. So it wasn't really.
Remember this old one? This is back when I first started getting into computers. They still had what they call
Is that Windows XP?
GIFs. Yeah, Windows. Well, this is Windows 95.
I started learning.
I know you can't. We can't see you.
That's so funny. I took business management in high school for a little bit, and we had Lotus 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Remember Lotus 1, 2, and 3? Oh man.
Yeah. It can be really, especially if you're empathetic. It can be, and keeping your mind at peace and your spirit at rest is going to be really important in these times, especially once the total world starts spinning. So, I know you've all heard it before, that buckle up. Well, when I say buckle up, I mean here comes the ride, right? But it's okay because I'm right beside you. So if you need me, reach out. I'll be right here. You know, I'll do what I can, even if that's just listening. I promise I know how to shut my mouth and listen. I swear I do. Contrary to popular belief. No, I'm just kidding.
We have our own ways.
Okay, what are we doing?
Nope.
Are you still sharing the screen?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll have to find some more pictures.
All right, we will. We'll find some more.
We got a ton of pictures. Where it is? Needs sorted.
Right on, Betty. Yeah, I always put that out there for anybody wanting to jump down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind that there are things in life that you cannot unknow, and there are things in life that you cannot unsee.
I know it's getting tiring of us saying it, but
It's
true.
important, or I wouldn't repeat it, because I hate repeating myself. Ask my daughter. Ask my husband. Ask anybody that knows me. If it's not important, I'm not repeating it. You should listen the first time. I get that from my mom a
I'm
little
saying-
bit, but that's okay. I promise I have a good heart. I know I come off sometimes it's just being hardened or whatever, but I'm really not. I'll cry. I'll cry at the drop of a hat sometimes. But it's because I've been so sensitive to so many things that I can sit here and say, you know, I know I'm strong enough to handle this. And I know you guys are strong enough to handle this. But even Atlas sometimes needed a break from holding up the world on his own shoulders. So multiple people would come together to relieve him of that task, depending on the stories that you listen to. So, you know, we're all, even the spine is made up of several vertebrae, and that's what strengthens it, right? So let's not forget that, and let's be the vertebrae. We're gonna go ahead and play our outro that Artist and Poet made for us. One more reminder. 2 more reminders.
Uh-oh.
The Seed Co-op. You all talk about being so interested in it,
Come on, you gotta
In
send
the
us an
chat.
email.
and aside from the original 2 other people who came up with the idea with me, Betty and Robert, I've only gotten like 2 more emails of people who are interested. That's fine if that's all the interest we have. But if you guys want to be a part of that, even if you don't have seeds and it's to start being a part of that, you can still be a part of it. You just have to email me and let me know, okay? Because this is about helping everybody, not just other people who can help us. This is about helping our community. You guys are our community. So let's do that. And this cookbook, the sooner I get recipes from everybody, the sooner we can put it together. Or helpful household tips, organic gardening ideas, natural remedies and detoxes, folktale medicine. I don't care what label you want to put on it. And as we put it together and start to refine it, we're going to talk to you guys about it because this is your project too. This is something we want to do for all of us. This isn't just something that we want to do. I think this would benefit all of us, and I think it would be a wonderful thing. And it's another way for us to be connected to each other. I think that's why they used to do it in the churches, right? All the ladies of the church would get together and throw their recipes in a hat, and it end up in the church cookbook. They still do that in our area around the high schools, and the high schools get to sell them to raise money for their sports or what have you. So please, yeah, it is. It's to help everyone. And yeah, we want to get that trading and that bartering working and going. We want to get that as a viable thing. You don't want to give me your personal information, you don't have to. That's fine. Go set up a P.O. box. I'll never know. But there's things that we want to do inside our community. And then the other thing is, like, if we do this cookbook thing, right, and we get it and it becomes a popular thing, or we put it around on some of the other channels and we have people who'd like to purchase it, we can put that money into our seed co-op.
Yep.
And we can buy more heirloom seeds, more heirloom plants, and we can manage to ship and pack that properly to the people who are interested in it.
Community-based thing.
So we just want
anybody else can purchase too, but I mean, we want to make sure it's for.
We would like our community to be served in this manner, and since we're so widespread, I think it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea.
Fall Harvest Bazaar, awesome. Yeah, and I'm always looking to trade projects. I got Raina some hand crocheted Christmas gifts one year by trading a painting or trading 2 tattoo designs to a lady for some of her crochet work that she does, and I thought that was one of the best deals I ever made. Raina absolutely loved the hat and scarf and mittens that I had made for her, and I had never paid that amount because I could have done it myself if I had the money for the yarn. So it helped her out being a little local crafter, and it helped me out because all I had to do was a painting, and for me that's not a tough thing, right? So like we all have our different skills and stuff, and yeah, recipes. Yeah, we did too, but I still have some heirloom seeds put back. And I've learned that I never plant all my heirloom seeds. And I do that for a reason, because Ohio is so funny. Because we're 4 seasons, we sometimes have a very late frost, or we'll have a very early frost, and it can kill off a lot of stuff. So, and sometimes our growing season is pot, like it was this year. Our growing season was pot. Nothing really grew for me. Now, I think if I'd have had the greenhouse set up already, I think I would have had a great growing year. But we had so much rain and we have clay here that I could not keep the soil from being pounded into being condensed. And it doesn't take much. And I've been amending the soil in our garden beds for years and years and years and years. And then my brother thought that he would pick up my old compost bin pile and put it into my new garden bed that they made me, and it was a lovely thought. But I had a bunch of rocks on the bottom of that compost bin for drainage because of course, the area, and I didn't want it to get really, really compacted in there on the bottom because I had used old pallets and refurbished them into first a garden, raised garden bed, and then like I grew in it for 2 or 3 years, and then I started the compost pile in it, and moved the garden bed, and so he moved the dirt for me, the compost for me, but I have these huge boulders now down in that garden bed, so I have to get in there with a shovel because I had a nice hand tiller tool, and I was working it, and it was 2 days after I bought it, and I broke the sucker, broke the head right off of it, caught it on limestone. So, yeah, and you know what? This is going to be a great year for handmade Christmas gifts and bartering. And if any of you have stuff like that you like to do and you're interested, yeah, you're interested in trading some of those goods and getting different kind of Christmas presents for your family, let's get that started, honey. It is already September. Let's get going. I would definitely totally be interested in doing that. I do lots of different things, but mainly I paint. So I do crochet, but I don't have any yarn. I do have some really nice graphic Afghans that I made a couple years ago that I might be willing to sell at a reduced bartering option. So, but I think that would be great. We could do something like, not really, it's not really going to be a gift exchange, but kind of, I mean, I want to exchange stuff with you guys, so I have gifts. And I like to do that, and I think she gets more, she likes the handmade stuff a lot more than most kids, because every toy she's ever gotten from the store has failed her in one way or another, unless it's been a stuffed animal. So I think that would be great if we could do that, or if you guys are interested. Again, pop it in an email to me, or if you have my number, reach out to me. We're going to go ahead and call this. I'm going to play the video, and then I'm going to let the chat stay up for a little bit. I see we're getting choppy on our signal a little bit more here. We'll pray for you, North Carolina girl, and that you get on Medicaid. Okay, we will. Well, absolutely. And North Carolina girl, Betty could probably give you a quick pro tip on cleaning up that ear infection for yourself naturally. It's very easy. And like I said, I'm going to leave the chat up for a little bit for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and play the outro, though. And we'll leave the chat up so you guys can talk. And then when we see that it's dropped off, then you guys will go ahead and close it out. But that way you guys can get some more information from each other, too. And if you like these ideas that I'm throwing out there, which I can see I'm getting some good feedback on that, let's do it, folks. Let's do it. Let's not talk about it anymore. Let's get it going. All right. Mwah. Love and light to you all.
See you guys later.
God bless you. Have a great
afternoon.
day. And let me get the thing up. I should have done that before I said all that.
That'd be all right. There you go. Yeah, we just ran down to the fair real quick. Sorry, we're back now.
We
Hi,
just
Two
going down to
Feathers.
Nate's to get barbecue.
Oh wait, and here, babe, show that. Don't drop it on the computer.
I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but this is the barbecue place, the guy we go to, and I gotta bring him back over. And once I get it set, I'm gonna hold it as still as I can.
Is that gonna be your nightlight?
Yes.
I can hang that right on your wall for you. And then up and down.
Great barbecue if you want to buy.
Happy early birthday. You're welcome.
Yeah, this is nice.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, show it.
There you go. Got a light star.
It's so Christmassy.
Early birthday present.
Even though it's so Christmassy.
And helps out local vendors, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like our local vendors. Those guys are awesome down there. We saw Nate going to the other foodies that were left, and he was walking around buying their products to help them out too.
Yep.
Good folks.
Help each other out. That's
Hey,
what-
Two Feathers. No, it's okay. We're still alive. Oh, I hope you're feeling better.
Thank
You
you,
too, Two
Nathan
Feathers.
Rock.
Two Feathers. Basil is good for an upset stomach, and so is ginger, or candy ginger, or ginger ale. I don't like ginger ale, but I do like burners. I know it's not great for you, but it'll
Better
settle a
than-
tummy.
Better than ginger ale, Canadian.
It'll settle a tummy because it does use real ginger.
than
Nathan
Canadian.
said, "Happy birthday, Randy."
Candy dry.
Her birthday is not till towards the end of the month, but
She'll take it.
In 21
you're
days.
absolutely welcome. But basil, if you do decide to eat something, add some basil to it, and basil is really good for upset tummies too. If you
We
don't
got
like
the
ginger,
kitty on the cam now.
yeah, that's our pillow. My pillow. Kitty cam. That's my pillow. He's like, you just moved me out of my spot, girl.
I don't
Well,
do
that's not
limelight.
yours. That's mommy's spot.
Yeah, I give over sometimes.
Really?
There's
There's
honey.
the
Really?
other one. There
I do give
Yeah.
over. You can't tell me I don't give over. I give over for you. I give over for the cat. Sometimes the puppy dog. Come on in, girl. Go on, pup.
This is my baby.
Oh, so I think we are going to
Alright.
drop off here, though. But yeah, rest well. Two Feathers. I hope you feel better, and I hope you get over your tummy.
I hope you feel better. Yeah.
And I mean, Nathan, we can keep leaving this up if you want, but we have some other stuff we have to get done here before too late. So,
And then we'll be on Liberty.
if you guys hadn't been here and you did miss it,
Well, over on Liberty.
we still want to do this cookbook thing for all of us, right? Where we all put our recipes and stuff together, and then we'll do a PDF for everybody, and then we are still wanting to do this seed and plant co-op thing as well. So we need to get that stuff moving. I've only gotten a couple people who are interested. Everybody talks about being interested, but nobody's emailing me any information. And
We need info for us to be able to.
he's not a baby doll, remember.
I know.
Yeah. So we can get back to y'all.
All right.
And see, once we get back to y'all, we'll be able to get lists going and
Oh, now
We
he's
need
like, I'm all
everything-
shook up. I need to move around.
get everything organized too. And then we'll
Really?
go from there.
Really, Pillow?
So,
Really.
alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and shut this stream
got a
down. I
cattail
thought the stream
mustache.
itself was shut down, but we left the door.
I have a
back door open.
cattail mustache.
Alrighty,
Okay, Two Feathers. We're gonna put it in the chat again real quick.
what's that? Email?
The email.
Okay.
Okay,
Right
it's
click and
O-N-O. Why is it already in
I
there?
think so.
I don't think
The
so.
last thing did.
You
Paste.
take it over by the
Oh, it
convention.
is. Look at that. Right on.
Yep.
You guys have a peaceful day too.
Finally,
And,
I'm free.
Many blessings to you. And thank you guys for the early birthday wishes for Raina. I'm sure she appreciates that.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. We love you all.
Thanks, guys.
God bless.
Have a great evening. We'll see you on Liberty.